Namaste students. In today's lecture, we'll start a new chapter, that is chapter 14, statistics. Statistics you have learned in your previous classes also. You have learned how to draw pictogram, histogram, bar graph, and frequency polygon also you have learned. And then you have studied about three measures of central tendency: mean, mode, and median. But there you have learned it for ungrouped data. Now in class 10th, we'll be learning how to calculate mean, median and mode for group data. In today's lecture, we'll be starting with mean. For calculation of mean, we have three methods. First one is direct method. And this we are learning for group data. Then is assumed mean method. And third one is shortcut method. So we'll be doing these methods one by one, and first of all I'll be telling you what is the formula for all these different formulas, and then we'll be doing examples related to each method. So first of all, direct method. For direct method, the formula you'll be using is mean. For mean we write x bar is equal to sigma. The symbol is known as sigma. Fi xi upon sigma fi. Sigma means summation, sum of. So what are we going to do is, we are going to find the product of fi and xi. Whatever the answers come, we'll be adding all the answers, that means summation sigma, and we'll be dividing this total with the total of frequency sigma fi. In place of sigma fi, we used to write capital N also. So formula will become sigma fi xi upon sigma fi. This question I have taken where class intervals they have given 10 to 25, 25 to 40, means at a gap of 15, 15 they have given. Class intervals are given to us. Then number of students means frequency corresponding to each class interval is also given to us. 2, 3, 7, 6, 6, 6. And they are saying find mean for this given data. First of all, from given class intervals, we will be finding the value of xi. Xi means class mark. You have learned in your class 9 that class mark means for calculation of class mark, upper limit plus lower limit upon 2. So what we have to do is, we will be adding upper limit and lower limit. Whatever the answer will come, we will be dividing it by 2. So 10 and 25, 35. 35 divided by 2 will give 17.5. We are finding center of these two numbers. 25 and 40, 65. 65 divided by 2. See, 65 divided by 2 will give us 32.5. Here again, if you check, simply add 15 to this 17.5. 17.5 plus 15 will again give 32.5. So for first class interval, calculate class mark. Then if you just keep on adding the gap, what is size of this interval? 15. So if you add that number, you will get your corresponding class marks. Or you can get from here also 40 plus 55 divided by 2. Or simply adding 15 to it. So 32 plus 15, 47.5. 47.5 plus 15, 62.5. then 62.5 plus 15, 77.5, and from 85 to 100 it will be 77 plus 15, 87 and 90. So corresponding to each class interval we have obtained class marks. Now next step is we have to multiply each fi and xi, then we will be adding them. That means we have to multiply this fi with this xi. Multiplying each fi with xi will get our values. Whatever answers we get, we will be getting, we will be adding all these numbers. I multiplied each fi with xi. 2 into 17.5, 35. 3 into 32.5, 97.5. 7 into 47.5, 332.5. 6 into 62.5, 37. 6 into 77.5, 465. And 6 into 92.5, I have obtained 555. After adding all these fi and xi, I have obtained 1860. And if we add all the values of fi, we will be getting 30. Now to find mean, as I told you, for finding mean, we will be dividing the total of fi xi with total of fi. So mean will be calculated if we divide this 1860 with 30. So just by dividing and cutting, we will get mean as 62. So here we have obtained mean for the given information, for the given data using direct method. The next method is assumed mean method. If they say calculate mean for the given data where class intervals are given to us and frequency is given to us. Just now we have calculated mean for the same question by direct method. Then what is the need of assumed mean method? You see, you must have seen here when I have calculated class mark. After finding class mark, I have to multiply fi and xi. It was time consuming and difficult also. So whenever we feel such kind of thing, that the calculation is taking time and it's difficult also, then we jump to assumed mean method. In this method, before the calculation of actual mean, we assume a mean, A. So formula becomes A plus fi di upon capital. Di means deviation of each x from assumed mean. So for same data, I'm calculating mean, but by assumed mean method. Class interval fi, I've calculated class mark xi. But instead of multiplying fi xi, I'll be first of all selecting A. How to select A? Just look at all these values of xi, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we prefer to choose central values. But here we have two central values, 47.5 as well as 62.5. Although it's your choice, whatever you want to choose, you can have, you will get same answer. But we prefer to take lesser value, smaller value. From the center, if only one center value is coming, we take that one only. But if two center values are coming, then we prefer to take smaller one. So A we have taken as 47.5. Now this deviation, di. From each xi we will be subtracting A. That means, first of all, 17.5. 17.5 minus A. A is 47.5. So 17.5 minus 47.5, that is minus 30. 32.5 minus 47.5, that is minus 15. 47.5 minus 47.5, 0. 62.5 minus 47.5, that will be plus 15. 77.5 minus 47.5, that will be plus 30. And 92.5 minus 47.5 will give us 45. Now we have obtained the values of deviations, and you will notice in every data, one value will come 0, some values with negative and some value with positive sign will get. Now next step is to calculate Fi di. Now I will multiply this Fi not with this, with G. Not with Xi, with Gi I will be multiplying. 2 into minus 30, minus 60, 15 into 3, minus 45, 7 into 0, 0, 15 6 90, then 30 into 6, 180, and 45 into 6 will be 270. Now for adding all these values, these negative values will be added separately. So this will give us minus 105, and these values will give us 540 plus 540. So 540 and minus 105. 540 minus 100, 440, and 5, 435. So without much of the time, without taking time, we have calculated multiplication and we have obtained sum also. Now the sigma Fi is 30 only, putting the values here. Whatever A is being subtracted from all the values, we will be adding it back. You can take it the way as A is being taken common. So adding A is 47.5 plus sigma Fi di is 435 divided by 30, 47.5, and this will give us, it will be 14.5. It will be 14.5, and after addition we get 62. Again we have obtained same answer, but here this multiplication part became easier. Method and assuming method. Now let us learn how to solve mean, how to find mean using third, the most important method, that is step deviation method or shortcut method. Again I have taken same question, but here we will be calculating mean using step deviation method. Again class intervals and frequency will be given to you. You will be calculating class mark, center values. You will be assuming one mean. A is taken as 47.5. But here again you must have noticed that calculation was taking time. One more step. If we select class width also, like here class width is, class size is 15. So we have written class width also. Now if each di is divided by h, each deviation is divided by class width, we'll be getting the value of ui. Minus 30 divided by 15, class width is 15. That means every value of di is to be divided by 15. So we'll be having minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Now as we have multiplied Fi di in assuming method, now we are multiplying Fi and ui, and we'll see that the calculations will be rather more easier than assuming method. See, Fi ui, 2 into minus 2, minus 4, 3 into minus 1, minus 3, 7 into 0, 0, 6 into 1, 6, 6 into 2, 12, 6 into 3, 8. Now we have to add all these. This is minus 7, and this is 36 and minus 7 will give us 29. Again Fi is 30 only. Now what is the formula in case of step deviation method or shortcut method? First of all, we have subtracted a from everywhere, so we'll be adding it back. A plus sigma Fi ui divided by n, but each value was being divided by h, so we will be multiplying it by h. Whatever step is taken here, reverse of that will be taken here. Subtracted, added, divided, multiplied. So 47.5 plus 29 divided by 30 into h. H is 15. 15 to 29 divided by 2 will give us 14.5, and answer again comes out to be 62. So you must have noticed that if we compare three methods, shortcut method, assuming method and step deviation method, out of the three methods, calculation part is easier here. Product part is quite easier in case of this step deviation method. This example I have taken where they are saying calculate the mean using all the three methods. So we will be finding the mean for this given data using direct method as well as with assuming method and with step deviation method also. So first of all, first step for every formula is, for every method is finding class mark. Class mark means xi. What will be given to you will be class interval and frequency. So first step is to find xi. Xi means adding the 2 and dividing it by 2. Means finding center of the class interval. 15 plus 25 upon 2. 40 upon 2, that will be 20. So 20 is center of 15 and 25. Same way 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 and 80. So this class mark we have to get in all the methods, three methods. Next step. For direct method, we will be doing Fi xi. For assuming method, we will be calculating Fi di. That means for that, first of all, we will be calculating di. Then Fi di, and for step deviation method we will be calculating ui and then Fi ui. So starting one by one, first of all Fi xi, 6 into 20, 11 into 30, 7 into 40, 4 into 50, 4 into 60, 2 into 70 and 8 into 80. So we'll be adding all these values and by addition we'll get the answer as 1309. So first one, by right method, mean will come out to be sigma Fi xi, and we need sum of Fi also. That is 17 and 7, 24, 28, 32, 34, 35. So that will be sigma Fi xi upon sigma Fi, that is 1390 divided by 35, and by division we'll get the answer as 39.7. So we have have obtained the value of mean using direct method. Second is we have to calculate mean using assumed mean method. For that, first of all, we'll be assuming one xi as a. Now see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 values are there. So central value will be 50. That means we have taken a as for assumed mean method. Take a as 50. Now from each xi we have to subtract 50. So 20 minus 50 minus 30 minus 20 minus 10 0. 60 minus 50 plus 10 plus 20 80 minus 50 30. So we have obtained di deviation. Now we will be multiplying each fi with di. 6 into minus 30 minus 80 minus 220 minus 70 0. 4 into 10 40, 2 into 20 40 and 30. So again, adding the negative terms separate and positive terms separate, we will be getting answer of FIDI, sigma FIDI as minus 360. Now by using assuming method, we have to find mean a plus FIDI upon n. Now a we have taken 50. Sigma FIDI comes out to be minus 360 upon n is 35. So if you divide 360 with 35, whatever the answer will come, 10.2 something, you subtract it from 50, we get the value of mean as 39.7. So we have calculated the mean by assuming method also. Again, the value of mean came same as we have got in direct method. Third one. Now we have to calculate by step deviation method. And I have told you for step deviation method, you will be finding ui by dividing di with class width. And here class width is 10. That means each di will be divided by 10. So we will be getting minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. And now we have to multiply fi with ui. So say same values will come but without the 0. So minus 18, minus 22, minus 7, 0, 4, 4 and 3. And if you add these values, you will be getting minus 36. 1 0 has got removed. So instead of minus 360, here we will be getting minus 36. And for step deviation method, we know that the formula is a plus fi ui upon n into h. A we have taken as 50 and class width h is 10 here. So putting all the values, a as 50, fi ui as minus 36, n as 35 and h as 10. Now again this calculation became 360 divided by 35, same as assuming method. So 50 minus whatever the answer comes from here, we will be writing our answer as 39.71, which is same as the value of mean that we have obtained using direct method and assuming method. Now today we have learned all the three methods of calculating mean when data is given to us, means whenever class interval and frequency is given to us. Sometime in exam, particularly they ask about a method. Just find out mean using step deviation method or using assuming method or using direct method. And we have to use the same method which is being mentioned, only then we get marks. But otherwise, if they don't mention the method, then we will look at the values of the class interval and frequency and class mark. What kind of values we have obtained? The values are very simple. So calculation will be simple, we'll be using direct method. And according to the complication of the values, we'll be choosing the method.